Lisa Ryan is a nationally recognized gratitude expert and founder of Grategy, a company specializing in keynotes, workshops, and seminars. A dynamic, inspirational communicator, she helps businesses and associations get results by harnessing the power of appreciation. She has written 2 books, The Upside of Down Times, Discovering the Power of Gratitude, and With Excellence. Lisa also co-stars in 2 movies, The Keeper of the Keys with Jack Canfield, Marcy Shimoff, and John Gray, and also The Gratitude Experiment with Bob Proctor and Dr. John DeMartini. She holds a bachelor's degree and an MBA in marketing, and Lisa is also the co-founder of the Positive Thinkers Network. She's been happily married to Scott since 1996, and they are the proud parents of 4 very spoiled cats. Please help me welcome Lisa Ryan.
Gratitude is not for wimps. Do you know who said that? No. Dr. Oz and Dr. Roizen. Here I am thinking that gratitude is some kind of feel-good emotion, and yet the experts are telling me something a little different. We can actually show gratitude in 4 different areas, and actually shows a perfect acronym, so I'm going to use that. First, we look at gratitude from the self, how it changes our perspective and the events that happen in our life. We look at gratitude from health. Studies have shown its impact on strengthening both our immune system and our heart. Our relationships with others. I know that every one of you in this audience knows how good it feels when somebody that you love says thank you. And it helps us in our wealth. From a business standpoint, employee retention, customer retention, and bottom line profits. Speaking of bottom line profits, and I know this is going to age me a little bit, but all of this talk about being wimpy reminds me of that trash bag commercial. You know, wimpy, 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 hefty, hefty, hefty. And I think about how can we use gratitude when we're pushed to our limit? When just like that trash bag in the commercial, we're ready to explode. My gratitude practice started in 2009 when I was writing down 3 things that I was grateful for. And things in my life started to shift. I no longer took for granted the good that I had in my life. And over time, my gratitude muscle was going to be put to the test. The first time it happened was in October of 2009. At that time, I was very successful in medical sales. I had a company car, full expenses. As a matter of fact, I had not paid for gas for 7 years. Life was good. And then I was invited to an organizational announcement. Now, what do you do when you get that email? Do you sit by calmly and wait to see where the chips fall? Or do you call all of your colleagues to find out exactly what's going on? Who's going to get canned? Who's going to get promoted? Well, okay, that's what I did. Nobody knew a thing. It was like the best kept secret ever. So sure enough, the morning of the conference call, my colleague phoned me and she said, hey, the time's been changed for the conference call. I said, really? I didn't get that email. She said, you weren't on the list. Ouch. It was at that moment that I realized that there were 2 conference calls, one for me and 11 of my colleagues, and the other for the rest of the company. The conference call went something like this. Yeah, the company is going through severe financial problems right now. We're going to lose $10 million this year. Your position's been eliminated, effective immediately. What? My 6-figure income is going away? What am I going to tell my husband? What am I going to do? Yeah, don't stay off the phone right now so our outplacement firm can call you. And we're not going to answer any questions. You're going to have to wait till you get your package from FedEx, and then HR will call you. Goodbye. Click. I was stunned. I had no idea what I was going to do. The only thing that I knew that I had to do was to find a way to get to gratitude. So I sat in the silence for a couple minutes and I asked myself the question, okay, what can I be grateful for? And my goal list from 1989 showed up. I wrote it when I was 6. On that goal list, number 1, buy a house. Number 2, become a professional speaker. Number 3, win $594 million in the Mega Lotto. No, just kidding. Number 3 was to write a book. And I realized that goals that had been on my list for 20 years were now being open to come to fruition. And they have. I realized that that phone call was the single best thing that ever happened to me. So losing an amazing job that I loved actually helped my gratitude muscle get to hefty, hefty, hefty. So back in August, someone that I love faced a challenge, and I got to see gratitude from another perspective. And that's when my father suffered a stroke that affected his ability to talk and his ability to reason and think. Here was a physically fit, chatty, social 70-year-old, unable to speak and with paralysis on his right side. And he loved to do intricate woodworking. That's what he loved to do. And he would sit there and he would try to talk to me. And he would say, there's something I need to tell you. And I would sit forward expecting some kind of personal revelation, and he would get stuck and be unable to finish that sentence. But my father had 2 fallback sentences. Number 1, he said, thank you. Number 2, he said, I just want to let you know how much I love you. Here's somebody going through the worst time physically in his life, and he is able to look at the things that he does have, a loving family, caring therapists, and he's making progress. So in all of this, he is working on that gratitude muscle and still making progress. But when you see him, he greets you with a smile and a hello. Because my father has a gratitude muscle that, again, is, say it with me, hefty, hefty, hefty. And there's been copious amounts of research done on the power of gratitude. As a matter of fact, I did my own in-depth scientific study by posting a question on social media. Yep, the question was, how do you incorporate gratitude and appreciation into your business? I thought it was an innocent question, don't you? Okay, it wasn't. The very first response I received was, you don't need to incorporate gratitude and appreciation into your business because people are just going to take advantage of you anyway. So I emailed her back. I'm really sorry that you feel that way. That's all right, I'm a big girl now and I'm moving on. So I emailed her back. I am a glutton for punishment. And I said, this is going to seem really silly, but if you would take my 30-day challenge and for the next 30 days, write down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for, and at the end of 30 days, let me know how it goes. And she said, thank you for being so positive. I'll do that right away. It was amazing. So at the end of 30 days, I said, so how did it go? And she said, it's really interesting. I haven't been feeling that much difference, but I went on vacation. Other people noticed. It makes no difference if you believe that this gratitude stuff actually works, but it's been proven in study after study that that simple act of writing down 3 to 5 things a day works on every level. I am grateful for the fact that I have a husband that supports me in my entrepreneurial adventures. I am grateful that I have 2 parents that love me. I am grateful that I have cats that make me smile. When you take the time, less than 2 minutes in the morning, to write it down, you'll notice that you'll feel happier, healthier, more energetic, and best of all, other people will notice. So here's the challenge. For the next 30 days, write down 3 to 5 things for which you're grateful and start to see the difference. And even if there's some days that you go, oh, all right, I'm grateful I'm above ground. Because that's all you got, start there. And as you progress and work on that gratitude muscle, it will get stronger. And your muscle will be hefty, hefty, hefty. Because remember, gratitude is not for wimps. And I appreciate all of you.